If overthinking worked, you would have solved it by now, but you haven't. You've replayed the conversation 20 times. Do you finally know what they meant? You've spent 3 days thinking about the decision. Are you finally sure? Because you aren't looking for another thought. You're looking for certainty. And that's why you can't stop. Before you send the message, you want to know how they will respond. Before you make the decision, you want to know it is the right one. Before you begin, you want to know you won't fail. So you think, and think, and think. But every answer creates another question. What if I'm wrong? What if there's something I haven't considered? You're no longer trying to understand the situation. You're trying to control an outcome that hasn't happened yet. Maybe it's a message. You write it, read it, change one sentence, then change it back. What are you actually trying to find? The perfect words? Or a guaranteed reaction? You want to know they won't misunderstand you. They won't be offended. They won't reject you. You're not just editing a message. You're trying to remove uncertainty from another human being, and no sentence can do that. Or maybe it's a bigger decision. Leave or stay. Accept or refuse. Begin or wait. You make a list. You imagine both futures. Eventually, you have enough information to decide, but you keep going because the future still isn't guaranteed. Someone asks, "What do you really want?" And sometimes the answer appears almost immediately. Then the thinking begins. Yes, but what if? Maybe I should. Maybe I need more time. The first answer took a second. The argument with it took 3 days. We assume those 3 days must be wiser because they contained more thought. Sometimes it's just fear finding more reasons not to decide. And this leads to something we don't often admit about overthinking. As long as you're thinking about the decision, you haven't made the decision. And as long as you haven't made it, you haven't been wrong. Is there something in your life right now that you're still thinking about because thinking feels safer than choosing? Overthinking can look like caution, but sometimes it's postponement disguised as intelligence. You can always tell yourself, "I'll decide tomorrow," but tomorrow arrives with the same decision and the same uncertainty. Waiting doesn't remove the choice, it only delays it. You may not be waiting for more information. You may be waiting for a version of yourself who won't have to take the risk. That version isn't coming. Some uncertainty cannot be removed before you act. So how do you know when useful thinking has turned into overthinking? Ask whether your thinking is producing anything new. A new fact? A better question? An option you hadn't considered? If so, keep thinking. But if you're producing the same fears, the same scenarios, more thinking may not help. Then ask yourself one more thing. Do I need more information? Or am I waiting to feel certain? If information is missing, find it. But if you already have the information you need, there comes a point when thinking has done its job. You cannot know exactly how someone will respond. You cannot know whether something will work before you begin. You make the best decision you can with what you know, and then you stop asking thought for something it cannot give you: certainty. If certainty never comes, how long are you willing to wait? And if you knew you would never feel completely certain, what would you choose? Now think of the thing you've been postponing: the message, the decision, the first step. You already know which one. Notice what your mind immediately asks for. One more reason, one more sign, one more guarantee. Don't answer it. Because maybe the question was never, "How can I be certain?" Maybe the question is, what would I choose if certainty were no longer required? Maybe certainty was never supposed to come before the choice. Some things become clear only after you move. You don't need to predict what happens next. You choose, and you find out.